Hello everyone! Today we will cook pizza in the oven. Italian and Chicago pizza. Andrei built a stove especially for the video. By the way, it took him 3 days. What a fine fellow. First, he made the base from facing bricks. And then from fire clay, that is fireproof. Then he cut out a hemisphere from polystyrene foam and with its help laid out first the black wall. And then the entire arc, leaving a hole for the smoker. And within a day, you can light a fire. While Andrei is working on the fire, I am preparing the ingredients for the pizza. Let's start with traditional Italian pizza. First, we will make a dough to activate the yeast. Take half of a glass of warm water, add 1.5 teaspoons of dry yeast, add a little flour, and mix everything. Cover with cling film and set aside in a warm place for 15 or 13 minutes, depending on the temperature, until foam forms. Now sift 1.5 cups of wheat flour and 1/4 cup of corn flour. Add a pinch of salt and stir. Then add 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil and another 3/4 glass of water to the prepared dough. If you wish, you can add a teaspoon of sugar. Combine the two masses and knead the dough. Next, pour 1 teaspoon of olive oil into a plate. Form a ball and dip it into oil on all sides. Cover the dough and leave it for 1 hour in a warm place. You need about 30 degrees Celsius. When the dough has doubled in size, knead it again and put it in the fridge for 1 hour. Butter is better for the night. It is summer season now. It would be a sin not to make sauce from fresh tomatoes. Take half a kilogram of tomatoes, make a cross-shaped cut. Pour boiling water for 15 seconds and easily peel the skin. Blend the aromatic tomatoes in a blender. Add a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and mix everything. Pour the sauce into the frying pan, and when it boils, simmer it over low heat for 15 minutes. Add basil and 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the cooled sauce. Using your hands, roll out the finished dough as thin as possible. We poke holes. Spread the sauce and spread it over the flatbread, leaving the edge free. Then sprinkle with grated cheese. Slice the peeled tomatoes and place on the pizza. The more of them, the tastier. And the final touch. Grate a little parmesan and put it in the oven for 5 minutes. If you cook in a conventional oven, then first bake the cake separately for 3-4 minutes and then with the filling for another 5 minutes, at maximum temperature. To ensure even cooking in the oven, the pizza must be rotated several times. My favorite pizza is the one with a lot of cheese and basil. Therefore, we grate another 100 grams of mozzarella and send it to the oven. What kind of pizza do you like? Share in the comments. We raise the pizza up in the oven for 15 seconds, so that the cheese quickly melts and you get a crispy fried crust around the edges, like real pizzaiolos. The men in our house love pizza with meat, especially the ham. Be sure to add green basil on top. In my opinion, it should be in every piece, since it is fresh basil that emphasizes the perfect taste of pizza. What could I improve on this unsurpassed and delicious pizza? I would roll out the dough 2 times thinner and cover the entire surface with cheese and tomatoes. But it is perfect anyway. Another successful recipe, Chicago pizza. One of its variants is more like a pie than a flatbread, and is baked in an iron frying pan or in a baking dish. In addition to regular wheat flour, Chicago pizza dough may contain cornmeal and food coloring, which gives the crust a distinct yellow tint. Knead the dough, as in the first version, but with minor changes. Knead the rising dough, place it on the table, and roll it out. Then take 1 ounce of soft butter and grease it. Leave the edges untouched. First roll the dough, and then roll it again. Make a ball and put it in the fridge for at least 1 hour, and ideally for 5-6 hours. It's time for the signature sauce. Grind first half a kilo of peeled tomatoes in a blender, and then 1 onion and 2 cloves of garlic. Then fry the onion and garlic in vegetable oil. Pour in the tomato. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. After boiling, simmer the sauce over low heat for 15 or 20 minutes. Add fresh basil leaves to the cooled sauce and mix everything. We also need fresh minced meat for Chicago pizza. Season it with salt and pepper. Divide the chilled dough into 2 parts and roll it out very thin. Grease a baking dish with vegetable oil and transfer the dough onto it using a rolling pin. In Chicago pizza, the filling is assembled upside down. That is, first 3/4 pounds of mozzarella and cheddar cheese are laid out on the dough. Then there are various types of meat. For us, it's minced meat. You can pour the sauce over everything and put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius. Or you can roll out 1 more thin flatbread and cover the top of the pizza. Now we make several punctures in the dough. Pour in aromatic sauce and grate Parmesan. The pizza is ready to go into the oven. We rotate it several times to fry it evenly on all sides, and after 15 minutes we pull it out. We wait until it cools down and take it out of the mold. Only after cutting this pizza, we understand that the filling could have been doubled, which in general is what traditional Chicago pizza is famous for. A huge amount of juicy filling, crispy crust on the sides, soft thin dough inside, and sweet and sour sauce from aromatic tomatoes will give you a completely new taste, not like the pizza we are used to. If you love pizza as much as we do, then I think we'll find a common language. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video on your social networks. It's not for nothing that they say that a good slice of pizza is no worse than an expensive meal. Bon appetit and see you later. Bye everyone!